Hey guys, this is ANCAP24 from SmartMadden.com, coming back with a second video for the Saints Strong Close Formation Scheme series. Today we're going to be looking at the play called PA Scissors, and I left the play art up here for a specific reason. The first play that we did was the PA Saints Cross, and I want you to look at the differences between that play and the PA Scissors as you look at the two together. If you see, that right route is exactly the same route on both plays. Now, the fullback route is the exact same route on both plays. The only difference is the tight end and the receiver that lines up on the left-hand side. This is important because what I want to make sure you understand is that the setups that we did for the PA Saints Cross, there was 32 altogether. Of those 32, 27 of them will be the exact same setups for the PA Scissors and will work exactly the same way. The reason for that is because most of those setups changed the tight end's route and it changed the left person's route as we develop those plays. So when you go ahead and get the play call sheets that we have available at smartmadden.com, that difference will be there. So I want to make sure I'm not going to go over those 32 plays today on this PA Scissors because we would be redundant. We'd be doing very similar video. What I want to do is bring a couple more setups that are different for PA Scissors that were not for the PA Saints Cross. If you guys are interested in which ones aren't working, the ones that have the blocking the tight end on the defensive end will not work in this formation because the tight end does go out on a route. And that was two of the plays, and the other three plays that don't work can work by putting the left receiver on a slant in order to mimic that one route on the left-hand side. So, like I said, the majority of these plays will work exactly the same way, so definitely reference to that to be able to use the same setups for this. Now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into PA Scissors and show you the differences and go ahead and break this play down. Now the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and show you how to beat cover 3 that's different from what we showed you from the PA Saints cross play. So what you're going to see is the main difference is that A route, and we're going to go ahead and utilize to show you different ways to use that route in order to beat cover 3. First thing you want to do is do a simple flood route on the right hand side. What I like to do is put the B on a fade instead of a streak because that's going to get that one cornerback's attention a little bit quicker on the right hand side and be able to get that A route open. I also like to go ahead and block the running back. That is an optional, doesn't have to work that way, but I do like to have that extra protection, especially if I'm sending out my fullback. So I'm going to go and block him. What you're going to see here is this A route's going to get open on the right hand side on the simple flood. As soon as you wait for him to get open, you're going to be able to get that yardage down the field. You can also go ahead and smart route this A route in order to get a little bit further down the field. So I'm going to do that right here. Going to do the same exact setup, put the B on the fade, go ahead and block your running back. This is going to come into play a little bit later when we attack cover 2. So I want to go ahead and show you that it works the same against cover 3. It does take a little bit longer to develop, obviously because the route gets down the field a little bit longer, but go ahead and look at it here, and you're going to see that the A route does get open right there, the same exact spot, and get the extra yardage down the field. Next, I want to go ahead and show you a cover 3 beater that is part of a staple of my offense that I only run from the left hash mark or close to the left hash mark. It's going to show you the best results by doing so. All you're going to do is kind of develop this play as we go. What we're going to do is put the RB on a streak. And that's it. Once you put him on a streak, you want to go ahead and you want to cut off the play action and roll out to the right. And you're going to see that the RB is going to be wide open without doing anything else. So let's go ahead and show it to you. Cut off the play action, get around the corner, and you're going to see that this RB is going to be wide open in the seam for the easy score. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and build off this RB going on a streak. We know that it works by itself, you don't have to do anything else, but we want to go ahead and show a different look for future use in the game so we don't go ahead and tip our hat that this is the play that we're doing. So in order to do that, we're going to do a couple different route combinations to still get him open but show the defense a different look. This way we're going to do is go ahead and put the X on a drag and the A on a slant. What that's going to do is go ahead and do a mesh type concept where you're going to be able to hit the X on the drag route as you go to the right, or you can go ahead and throw it to the A in the slant if the user player takes their man out of his position. So let's go ahead and run it to you here now. We're going to cut off the play action pass. We're going to go all the way to the right hand side. You can see how open this RB gets. You'll be able to fire that ball as a bullet and get down the field. The next route combination we're going to do to get this RB streak open is obviously put the RB on a streak. We're going to put the X on a drag again, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to take this A receiver and we're going to motion him to the left-hand side. What that's going to do is give the same ability to get this RB open, but it's going to give us a nice levels concept with the X and the A going across the field. If you are a user trying to cover up this play, the first person you're going to look at is the X coming across the field. The second is the A coming across the field. It's a classic high-low levels concept that most people are going to try to hit one of those players. We're going to sneak the RB over the top in the middle of the seam, running it from the left hash mark, doing it this way. Here we go, we're going to show this play here, cut it off the play action, get around the corner, and you're going to see how you're going to still be able to get to this player over the top for the easy score. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and show you the same route combination where we're motioning over the A, putting the RB on the streak, and putting the X on a drag. We're doing this to basically show you that in case you don't have the time to throw the RB, or if the guy manually covers the RB, there's going to be other options for you. And the A receiver is the primary target that we're looking for. So what we're going to do here is cut off the play action, again, get around the corner, and see that the A receiver right here, after you settle, is going to be open right there for the easy throw and catch to the sideline. So this last cover 3 beater is a play that I use exclusively for the PA Scissors, but after going ahead and examining it, it also does work for the PA Saints crossplay, but in my opinion just not as well. So you definitely can add it to your arsenal and take a look at it. Now this is what you want to do here. You want to take this RB running back and you want to slide them out to the right. If they're not base aligned, what they're going to do is you're going to clear out that one linebacker that was on the line of scrimmage. What we're going to do now is put the RB on a slant and put the A on a streak. Now what you want to watch for, and this is a left hash only play, is the release of the tight end. If the tight end releases himself freely down the line of, off the line of scrimmage, there's a good opportunity he's going to beat the B down the field, which makes the B the primary receiver. If the B happens to beat the tight end down the field, then the tight end is going to be the primary receiver you're looking to throw to. So let's go ahead and take a look at it now. What we're going to do is cut off the play action, get a little bit of depth, and you're going to see here now that the B beat the player down the field, so the tight end is going to be the one that's wide open. Let's go ahead and show it to you again. So we're going to put the RB on a slant, A on a streak, and see if we can get the player to get down the field a little bit quicker than he does this time. And you're going to see that the B receiver is going to be the one over the top for the easy catch. And it all depends on which the safety gets. So now we're going to go ahead and show you how to beat cover 2 using this PA Scissors play. The unique route that we said that's different than the Saints cross is that A route. We're going to use that to our advantage in this play. We're going to do the same flood concept we did against cover 3 by putting the B on a fade, the A on a smart route, and blocking our running back. What that's going to do is get that one little extra 3-4 steps on that route to get behind the blue zone on the right hand side to get the ball to the A route. Let's go ahead here. He gets a free release, and you can see how open he's going to be against cover 2 because of the flat route in the corner. And he's going to be able to get that opened up, especially when you have the smart route. So this next cover 2 beater is going to be able to get this A receiver wide open by doing a couple different adjustments here. So what we're going to do is put the A again on a smart route. And then what we're going to do is we're going to motion him over to the left-hand side. Additionally, we're going to put this X receiver on a streak, and we're going to show you how open this A gets while we do this levels concept that's using the A and the RB. The RB is going to suck down the cornerback on the right-hand side, while the B goes ahead, attacks that strong safety there, and puts him more to the middle of the field, leaving a nice open spot to hit this A receiver with nobody near him. Let's go ahead and show it to you now. So you can go ahead and cut off play action, get yourself a little bit of depth. You're going to see how open this A receiver is going to be, and you're going to be able to get the ball up the field and be able to get around the corner with really little defenders near you. This next cover 2 beater is exactly the same way we just did the last one. The difference is we're going to put the X on an in rather than have him be on a streak. You're still going to put the A on his smart route. You're going to go through the same exact motions you did before, and it's going to go to the same receiver A. It's just a different look, and you're going to see how open he's going to get right there again and get that open lane to be able to run around the corner for the easy score. This next cover 2 beater is something that we did not show you. Nope. This next cover 2 beater is a little bit different than what we showed you in the PA Saints crossplay, but can be also used in that play as a different adjustment. So what you want to do here is you want to put the A on a fade, and then you want to do that couple step motion that I was showing you before, but I want to show you as a landmark, you want to hit that 50 spot. Okay, well, as soon as that player gets to the numbers, you hike the ball, and it's going to be able to get either the tight end or the B receiver open, depending on which player the strong safety chooses to cover. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead, you're going to hike it as soon as he gets to the numbers, cut off the play action, and you're going to see here that you're going to be able to get to this time to the B receiver, and get the easiest score that way. Now I'm going to go ahead and move the ball to the right hash mark and do the same exact thing I just showed you and show you how it works there. Put the A in the fade, and you're going to do the same exact thing I told you. You're going to do the one-step motion where you're going to go ahead and hike it on the numbers, same exact landmark from the right hash, and show you how it works the same. So you're going to go ahead here, hike on the motion, and you're going to be able to get around the corner and throw it to this receiver over the top. Or I'll show it to you one more time. And cut this off, get around the corner. You're going to see you're going to be able to hit to this A receiver over the top, depending on which player that strong safety goes ahead and grabs. Now we're going to go ahead and look at man coverage, and we're going to go show you how this play stock is a really great man beater. What we're going to have is the X route over here on the left-hand side beats man by itself with its dig route. The A is going to beat man on that corner route, and the B also beats man across the middle. It's just about making your reads and seeing what defense you're playing against to see which one's going to be open easier. Now, my first read's always the A. Now, if he gets a clean release, doesn't get bumped at the line, doesn't get held up by the linebackers, he's going to be your quickest guy to get open. The second one, if he does not get open, I like to hit the dig route on the X and kind of adjust from there. It's usually one or the other is going to be open pretty much every single time. Now, the problem with the A receiver is if you look at where Luke Kuechly is, which is the middle linebacker right now, he's kind of right over the center type deal. He's going to be sprinting out to cover the RB, and when he does that, a lot of times he gets in the way of the tight end, and if he bumps him just a little bit, that's going to give the ability for the one linebacker to get some recovery time to grab his route from a trail position. I've gotten burnt by this a couple times, and now I've kind of showed you a different way to do it and not throw it to that A receiver. When that happens, you're either going to throw it to the X or going to show you a different way to combat that. So let's go ahead and show it to you real quick. So the first thing we're going to do is see if the A is going to be open. So we're going to cut this off. A is going to be open. Nope, we're going to throw it to the X, and that's going to be your check down route. Now, the reason why he wasn't open again is exactly what I said before. They got the congestion. I'm going to show you that on instant replay. So what you're going to see here is that this guy right here, when he gets down the field, see how this player right here goes and just congests everybody right here. Well, when he holds him up, now that he's in a trail route, it's actually a better position for him to be in to cover this route. Yeah, we could throw it over the top, but usually that's a much tougher throw than being able to bullet it in the corner. So once I see that they got held up, then that's actually going to, usually that's a good thing for us, but a lot of times that can throw some interceptions that way. So what I'm going to do here is change it up and show you that by putting this guy on motion to the outside, it clears out that ability to him get a bump a lot of the times, and he's going to get a free release, and now he's actually working on Luke Kuechly rather than working on that linebacker that was on the line. So let's go ahead and we're going to cut this off here, and now you're going to see that that's going to be a much easier release, much easier ability to get separation and get the catch. The next stock route we're going to look at here is going to be the B receiver. A lot of times he's going to be able to get a clean release up the field and get inside position on that player on the right hand side, being able to cut off the play action and fire it to him when you see that separation that you need. So what we're going to do is cut it off the play action here, and you're going to see that we're going to be able to throw that ball right there in the middle and be able to get a nice 15-yard gain by threading the needle there. So the last man beater we're going to do is show you a setup that we showed you against cover 3, where we're going to put the RB on that streak. We're going to motion over this A receiver, and we're going to put the X on a drag. If you remember when I showed you this against cover 3, the RB was wide open, and then we went ahead and did the level concepts between the A and the X. Now what we want to do here is see that on man coverage, your X is going to be open right away. The reason why is the guy who is playing him is, 1, is going to be outside of him, and 2, he's got that one player who's got to fight through many layers of traffic to get to him. He's going to have to fight through the A going through and the player covering him, the RB going through, the player covering him. A lot of times he's going to literally get caught up, and we're going to get the X wide open. So let's go ahead and show you that first. I'm going to cut off here, and you can see that the X is going to get across the middle, and because he can't keep up with him, we're going to be able to get easy yardage on the drag route. Now, we're also going to be able to go ahead and use the same setup to be able to get the A receiver open. So basically the same type concept where all those players are going to have to fight through traffic to get to the A as well. A lot of times he's going to be open on the right hand side. So we're going to hike this ball, and we're going to cut off the play action. You see the X is there, and now we're going to throw it to this A receiver on the same side and be able to get down the field. It's a really tough play to get covered for a user play as well. Alright guys, that is the PA Scissors play. Like I said before in the introduction of this video, 27 of the 32 plays that we went ahead and showed you for the PA Saints Cross will also work with this play, so this play becomes even more powerful than the PA Saints Cross. And you're probably going to ask me, why did I show you the PA Saints Cross first? And the reason why I did that is because PA Saints Cross is in your audible. So you can see it's an RB stock audible, and I'm going to go ahead and open it here. And the reason why I showed you that is because if I went ahead and showed the scissors play and then went ahead and back and told you every play that you can do for the scissors can work for the Saints Cross, most likely you would not have gone to the Saints Cross as well. But I wanted to make sure that you knew that the Saints Cross had the ability to make all these plays work, and then go ahead and show you that the scissors have the same ability to make them work, but with some added wrinkles using that one corner route to help you to make it work. So a lot of times what I try to do is I come out in PA Scissors, and then if I know that it's not man coverage, I go back and I audible to the PA Saints Cross and then do it from there. If you're looking to, change some things up. So, it's definitely a strategy to use depending on how you want to use it. But we will have all these plays again on our play call sheets available at smartmadden.com. I got a lot of requests after the first video of the PA Saints Cross, in which we were going to people wanted it now, which means basically what I normally do is go ahead and wait until the end of all of the strong close formation to put out a play call sheet, so you have the whole entire formation available for purchase at that time. But since everybody was looking for the PA Saints Cross right away, I'm going to try to get that up on our website as soon as possible, so that way you don't have to wait usually the week or so that it takes to get the whole entire formation. If you're interested in that, it'll definitely be at a little bit of a discounted price, but at the same time it will be included in the strong close formation scheme. When that finally gets up on the website, you'll have that and everything else in strong close. But if you just want to go ahead and use the first setups to be able to go ahead and get a jump on everybody with that, go ahead and we'll have that ready for you hopefully as soon as possible. Thanks again guys, this is AntCap2 for smartmadden.com.